Hello everybody, welcome to Widow Games. My name is Kenny, and today I will be playing Ausonia, which is a fantastic and unique deck building game. Today I'll be playing the solo mode. In the traditional setup, you would have 9 gems and 3 basic starting cards. I've got the Masters of Shadow expansion and the Remnants of War expansion, for which we will add house leaders. So I will replace my 3 basic starting cards with 3 house leaders starting cards and a house leader who has a unique power. We'll be facing off against Aspirants. We'll choose one randomly. The way they work is there's an offer row, and the card at the most left, the resource cost for it is what will trigger the Aspirant's abilities. So it's a race to 60 influence. Let's see who can get there first. So this is my table setup. So over here I've got the offer deck, and then I'll put the offer row up here. I've got the influence points for the Aspirant. His card will go here, and cards he keeps will go here. More on that in a little bit. This is the gem deck. So we will start with 9 gems. These are, they call them power cards, but they're basically better gem options. We've got our influence points here. This will be our play area. This will be our deck. And then we will put our leader over here on the side. So first we will randomly choose our Aspirant. So this is kind of what they look like. I'm just going to go ahead and pick one, and then I'll explain. Again, I cannot shuffle at an angle. I can close my eyes so I can see the back, but I don't know who's who. So we will pick the Invulnerable. So they will trigger on a blue gem. They will do Corruption 2. Basically, they will reduce our influence by 2. On a green gem, they will cause us to discard a card. On a red gem, they will cause us to burn 3 cards. Move them from the top of our deck to the discard pile. If they pick up a card with at least 3 gems in their cost, they will keep that card. If the Aspirant has 5 kept cards, they immediately win. When the Aspirant is made to discard a kept card, they gain 10 influence. We're going to put them right here. All right, the next thing we are going to pick is our leader. As you can see, there's quite a few of them. They each come with their own special powers and their own starter deck. So let's shuffle these up a little bit and choose Giovanni. For each source you own at the beginning of your turn, gain influence 1. So that's a unique thing about this deck building game. So I can play my sources, these gems, but you can also raise cards, which gets them out of your deck, and you can put a gem on there to become a source. And so it will be permanently out. And so every turn you will have that source available. So Giovanni says for each one you have at the beginning of your turn, you gain an influence. And then once per turn, we can copy one of our sources. Awesome. He is all about that energy. So we've got a massive deck here of the starter cards. So I'm going to go and find Giovanni's 3. And basically, the game starts with this card already raised. Very nice. For a blue gem, we can draw 2 cards. And for 2 red gems, we can raise 1. All right. So that already starts raised. So let's just put it up here. The game starts with this card raised. So I assume it's not going to be in our deck. This is our deck. As you can see, the gems. Love this artwork. Oh my goodness, look at this. They're like engineering designs with a splash of color. We're going to shuffle our deck. I think I can do this up here and you guys can see it. And that is all we need to start. For the Remnants of War expansion, they came with different, I don't know if they're called factions or what, but they're in the offer row. We added the soldiers. No, not the soldiers. We added the. What did we add? We added the zealots and the. Yeah, soldiers. No, guards. We added the zealots and the guards. So there's basically 5 of those faction type cards in there. So we took out 2 factions from the base game and we added the 2 from the Remnants of War. So there are a lot of keywords in this game. I will basically go over each one as we get to it. And then the turn sequence is in any order. I can play favor and gem cards from my hand, activate card abilities, take cards from the offer row, break seals, create sources. End turn phase, put all my cards from the play area into their discard pile. So that's important because there's a lot of deck and discard manipulation. So me playing a card doesn't play to the discard. So once I do that discard manipulation, that card won't be available. When I acquire cards, they also go in my play area, so they won't be immediately available. And then I can discard any number of cards from my hand and draw back up to 6. If a player reaches 60 influence points, the game ends at the end of the round. So I will be going first per the game rules, which means the aspirant will go last. So even if I reach 60, there is a chance that they can do something and catch up to me. So let's take a look at the offer row. I'm not going to put all of these up on the screen here. Maybe just a few of the cool ones, but you should be able to see the gems in the top left corner. So if I don't do anything, he's going to pick up the spies with 2 blue gems and basically reduce my influence by 4. And he will not keep that card because it does not have 3 gems in its cost. So if I buy that card, everything's going to shift to the left and a new card will take over on the right. Then he will have a card for which he can do a lot of damage to me and at the same time keep it. It is going up to 5. So let's go ahead and start with 6 cards. I think we can probably do this a little bit. 4, 5, 6. So having started with 1 raised, there are more greens than blues and more blues than red. So I'm going to go ahead and put my red up here as a source. So remember, I will get 1 influence point at the start of my next turn. All right, and then I've got, now this is the way I like to play this one. So 2 blue gems. So first I should see if I'm going to buy anything. So I could buy spies, which is foresight 3. I can look at the top 3 cards of my deck and decide to put them back on top of my deck or discard. Excuse me, but I don't want to give him taint. Collect, draw 2, influence 5 is really nice, but it costs 4 blue gems, which I do not have. I do not have enough to get taint and be a blue, a green, and 2 red. I'm pretty sure I only have 1 red in my deck. And then Salon costs 2 red and gives 5 influence. If I play a card with the draw keyword in it, then I get the second effect, manipulation 1 plus influence 2. And that's really cool in this game. At any point, if you previously played or played afterwards a card that matches those dark red icons, you can activate those abilities. So we're going to go ahead and draw 2. So, oh, it actually only costs 1 blue. What am I doing? To draw 2. 1, 2. Oh, I do have 2 reds. I can get taint. Yeah. So we'll use that red, this red, a green, and a blue. Pick up taint. Now I'm left with the blue gem. I only have 3 cards left in my deck, so I'm guessing 1's a blue and 2 are probably greens. I'm thinking about the next turn here. Do I want to ditch a card? Oh, I do not, because I can get Covenant. All right, we're going to get rid of Survey, which for 2 red allows me to raise 1. Yep, try to put this somewhere. We'll put it underneath the Wizard of Mo symbol. All right, my play area gets cleared except for the source. This stays in my hand, and I draw back up to 6. 3, 4. We're going to shuffle. So I get an early shuffle because my first card was raised, and then I created a source. 5. I got one of the new cards, and 6. I got one of the new cards, and I can pay for it. So that's going to be really nice. And I got the 2 blues and 2 greens I was looking for. But first, we're going to go to the Aspirant's turn. So he's going to pick up this card. Immediately gets replaced. 2 blues, so he's going to, and they activate independently, and I'm going to try to do that, but after a little while, I'll kind of skip ahead. So we start with 10 influence. He did corruption 2, so that will take me down to 8. And then he does corruption 2 again. That will take me down to 6. And then it doesn't have 3 or more in the cost, so he will not get to keep it. And the other effect is if I make him discard. All right, so that's that. So now it's back to my turn. I gain 1 influence. Is it because I have a source or for each source? For each source you own at the beginning of your turn. Nice. And I forgot about his Giovanni's ability to copy one of my sources. Oh, one of the sources, not gems. So it's got to be a source. Okay. So I can probably use that to get Salon. That's dangerous. Ooh. Because he's going to get that collect, but he's probably going to get that collect no matter what, because I don't have a way to get another blue. Let's see, Covenant looked good. Draw 1, Corruption 3, Influence 3. Investment. A green and a wild. Influence 3. Take the card from the bottom of the power deck for free. That's pretty nice. So let's do this. For 1 red, we'll do Corruption 4. So that'll take him down to 6. Influence 4. That'll take us up to 11. And if we played a card with discard, we'd get Influence 6. So do any of these have discard? No, they do not. We're not going to be able to get Salon this turn, but maybe we can get it next turn. So we will spend a... I like investment because it gives us cards for free. I can't get both. Right, because 2 blues, 2 greens, I'd be short of green. I can duplicate the red, but that doesn't do anything for me. Oh, yes, it does actually. So we'll duplicate the red source to get these. This is what a power looks like. So I paid a red, and now when I play this gem, it's 2 blues. So that goes here. We've got some time to get investment, and we want to get rid of the high gem cost cards, right? So let's play green, green, blue, blue to pick up Covenant. And then for 2 blues, we can get Influence 4, and then, our Feast, we can get Feast. So we're going to hang on to this blue. Everything else will get discarded. We'll draw back up to 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. The Aspirant will get this Collect card, which is 4 blue. So he's going to hit us for 8. Wow, that takes us down to 3. All right. And then he is going to keep it because it's got 4 gems, so it goes here like this. Now, if we force him to discard that, he'll gain 10 influence. So that's how he racks up influence points. All right, so back to us. We also got Fealty out there, which is influence 4. and then Salon, which is influence 5. So we get 1 influence for having a source. I feel like I'm missing out a lot of points on not having sources. I do have the option to spend the 2 reds to raise 1, but then I'm not going to be able to get Salon. And I really want to get Salon. So let's put another red here and pick up Salon. And we're going to have to give up something. Oh, man. So if I get manipulation, I could get extra stuff there. We're going to spend a blue here to draw 2. That's gone. By the way, one thing I got to make sure with my deck is burn. If you burn all the cards in your deck and there's still more burn left, you just lose influence. So we want to make sure we don't have 0 cards in our deck when he plays that burn. Oh yes, that double source came up, or that double power came up. So if you'll notice on these gems, there's a star at the top. Those are the only ones that can be sources. So this one cannot be used to create a source, or cannot be used as a source. All right, so that was very good. So now we can do a blue and a green to pick up investment. There's a lot of good cards. I'm not going to get them all. We got a raise for one gem. We're going to spend these 2 blues to pick up Feast. And we're just going to have to give up on Fealty. I can copy a source, which would be a red. Oh, so I can get air. So I'll copy that source, and I'll get air. And then I've got a green and this left. I'm going to discard both. Now, there's a lot of green sitting up there. But our deck has just gotten massive. But I have a lot of influence generation there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I only left them with 1 blue gem that he is going to hit us with for 2 corruption. We are down to 2 influence. And he has 6, so we're not doing great, but neither is he. Expertise, influence 4, draw 2. I've got quite a bit of influence 4, so I'll be looking to get that in. I get 1 influence for having a source. Puts me up to 3. And let the fun begin. So we'll do this. Corruption 4, that takes him down to 2. Influence 4 for me takes me up to 7. Remember, we're trying to get to 60, so we've got a ways to go. I'm going to play a green. Go ahead and get this down. Draw 1. There's nothing in my deck. Corruption 3 and influence 3. So let's see what we draw. Another blue gem. And then it's corruption 3. That takes them down to 0. They're not really trying to win that way. And then influence 3. That takes us up to 10. Back to the starting. So if I leave Gossip alone, the most he'll do to me is it'll be a corruption 2 and cause me to discard a card. If I let it get to plans, then he'll make me discard 2. I don't want plans. It says for 2 wild gems or any color gem. I could raise 1 and I can raise a card from my draw pile, but I'm not going to random because I might get rid of something really good. I'm going to copy my red source to get expertise. Oh, we got to get rid of that reserve soon. Double your sources this turn. Foresight 2, draw 2. So I think we're going to pick up Gossip for a blue and a green. And then for 2 blues, which will trigger a seal. I don't remember what seal does, the seal on this card. That was discard, I didn't call them the discard yet. Seal, you can move another favor card from your play area into your seal area. On a later turn, the seal can be broken and these seal cards can be put back into your play area. Okay. It's like saving a card for later. So we're going to grab this Taint and we're going to seal it off to the side over here. All right, everything else to our discard pile. I'm going to put this sideways so I know it's sealed. And then I'm going to draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get to his turn first. So he's going to pick up this Plans. It's going to cause us to discard discard twice, basically. We're going to get rid of this Raise. And what am I not going to be able to play? This is Skull. I don't have another key, so I could get rid of Investment. With the blue, I'll only get Influence 4. I'll have the red for Influence 5. So yeah, let's get rid of Feast. And then he doesn't get to keep that card. All right. So we definitely start our turn with less cards. Do I want him to be able to keep Toll? I have to. Otherwise, I'll lose reserve. Because I can only make 2 red gems. I would need 3. Let's go ahead and get our 1 influence for having a source. Let's do this here. Influence 5. That takes us up to 16. And if we play a card with draw, we get some extra effects. Let me see here. I don't think I'm going to grab anything after reserve. I'm okay without Seer. Oh, Intimidation. I don't have enough gems to get it. So we're going to go ahead and do Investment, which is, I did that backwards, a green and a blue for investment. Influence 3. That puts us up to 19. And take the card from the bottom of the power deck for free. I misread that before. I thought it was favor deck. Oh, I get a power with a draw 1. Now I can bring in this Taint to copy this and copy this red gem. So then I can get Corruption 4, but the Corruption 4 would be wasted because he doesn't have any influence. So we'll leave it at that and discard these. So yeah, losing 2 cards really hurt, but they were 2 cards that I wasn't going to be able to activate anyways. So never mind, it didn't hurt at all. All right, looking good so far. I need to turn that favor card that lets me, or starter card that lets me raise. It's kind of been a dead card in my hand, so I want to create it as a source. 6. All right. So he will pick up Toll. Everything will slide down. The green will cause us to discard 1. And the red will cause us to burn 3 cards off the top of our deck. Oof. I guess I'm going to discard this green. Because I got to draw 2. And I got to draw 1 over here. And then the red will cause us to burn 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. I can live with that. And he doesn't get to keep it. Now it's back to us. We get 1 influence. We are up to 20. So as long as we keep him underneath the requirement of 3, we'll be fine. I say that, but now I have to spend all my red gems to get that reserve card. So we'll copy this source. That's 2, and then this will be 3 to pick up reserve. So the most he'll do to us and make us lose 2 influence. Speech. For a green influence 6, if we play another shield card, draw 2, influence 2. Ooh, I do want that card. I'm not going to get it this turn, though. All right, so the only one I got left is this blue. The other, even if I play just 1, the other gem is not wasted. I can do something else with it. So we're going to draw 2. Very nice. Very, very nice. We're going to play this one, draw 1. To play Covenant. Draw 1. Corruption 3, they're at 0. Influence 3, up to 23 now. If I play 2 blues, which I did, I'll be able to seal a card. So I've got another blue and I've got a blue here, so I can do influence 4 plus influence 3. Why was I thinking I would have another red? I don't. Maybe I was hoping to draw red. All right, so we'll do this. Influence 4. And then we'll use that other blue behind excavation for influence 3 for a total of 7. That'll take us up to 30 influence. 30 influence. We're doing pretty good. All right, I have no gems left. And I don't have to discard these. I can hold on to them, and I've still got Taint over there. So I'm going to hold on to these 2, and the rest will go in my discard. And then draw 4. Oh. So if I play a key card, I trigger this influence 4, which then would trigger this draw 2, but I don't have a key card. Or another key card. It in itself is a key card. All right, he's going to pick up Seer. So Corruption 2, that takes me down to 28. And he doesn't get to keep it. So now it's back to us. We get 1 influence because we have the 1 source. Let me see, raise, I believe you raise from your discard pile. You can draw X number of cards from your hand or discard pile to put in the raise area face down. These cards can be used to construct sources. I don't have great options for sources, but I guess I'll just use this blue because again I want to get stuff out of my hand. Oh, but I need to pay this green. Yeah. So green here for raise 1. I am going to raise the survey. All right, we'll put this blue on it. To activate, I guess it'll be corruption. No. Oh, I don't have a green. All right, yeah, it'll be corruption 4, which doesn't do anything. Or we don't have to do that. We can buy something. Oh, that intimidation, I wouldn't have had enough to buy it anyways. But it'll be 3, so it'll be another card he keeps. Okay. We probably need to spend these cards so I can have enough to do something else later. So let's go ahead and do this influence 5, take up to 34. Oh, and actually I can copy this source now. Let's see, corruption 5, influence 5. Actually, we'll spend the 2 blue to pick up this green power gem. And then none of these 2 will not activate, but I will hold on to them. Let me see. He's going to have 2 green, so he's going to make us discard 2 cards. Yeah, but I've got 2 sources, so I should have enough to pay for. And now I'll be getting 2 energy at the start of, or 2 influence at the start of my turn. Let's draw 4. That's perfect that we ran out of cards now, because if that burn hit us and we ran out, we would have just lost more influence. So Giovanni is doing pretty good against the Invulnerable right now. Another green. So he's going to pick up Intimidation, which is not great for us. So he's going to make us discard 2. Tempted to discard this blue. Man, these would all trigger each other if I just had 1 more card to start the chain. You can see this one, Investment, says if I play a key, another key, not it, I get influence 4. This one says if I get influence 4, I get to draw 2. And this one says if I draw, I get to do manipulation and influence. Problem is, I don't have that other key to start it, and there's none in the offer row. I don't recall any in my deck. So we'll get rid of the draw 2. But again, we're not going to be able to trigger it. And then we'll get rid of a green gem. All right, and he gets to keep that one. So that is 2 out of the 5 cards he needs to win. We're going to get 2 influence. We got 2 sources. And we only got 4 cards to play with. I'm okay with him getting Treachery, but I do not want him to get Speech. For me to get Speech, I have to have 2 greens, a red, and a blue. So I'm missing a green because I just discarded it. Maybe I shouldn't discard. Let's discard Investment instead. Then we can do this and get Speech. This still leaves us the 2 blues that aren't going to hurt that much. Opportunities. Look at the top 3 cards of the favor deck. Play one of them as if they were in your hand, and treat its active abilities as if paid for. At the end of your turn, put all 3 cards at the bottom of the favor deck. Wow. I don't want another power card, but I will go ahead and play this one, Influence 5. It takes us up to 41. I can copy a source. Oh wait, actually, I ended up copying this red source to play this Speech, so I should be doing this so I remember. It's kind of like that. So then I'll copy that to play Salon. I do have a blue left. There's nothing to buy with that blue. All right. And draw 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Treachery is what he picked up. So 2 blues, so corruption 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes me down to 37 to his 0. And he doesn't get to keep that card. Remember, if he gets 5 cards here, he automatically wins. So I don't care about Archive, so I'm going to leave it there. I don't care about Alchemy. I don't care about any of those cards. At some point, I'd like to get rid of opportunities. We've got a little bit. Let's see if we can just score a bunch of points. So first thing I will do is I'll go ahead and play this. Foresight 2, so I get to look at the top 2 cards of my deck and decide to keep them or discard them. It's a red gem and a green gem. Because then I'll be able to draw 2. I don't think I need any of these, because I got plenty of sources here, so we'll discard them and then draw 2. Or plenty of gems. Perfect. Alright, it says double your sources this turn. So I've got another red and another blue. So for that other red, we'll do influence 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes me up to 42. Let's do excavation, draw 2. It's very, very nice. Let's go ahead and keep ourselves organized. We'll pay 2 blue to get influence 7. That takes us up to 49. Okay, so we still got a blue left and a copy. I'm going to go ahead and maybe I can just get opportunities now. Oh no, I don't have enough. Yeah, because I got a blue there. I can make these 2 blues, and then I got a green. But I think I'll win before he gets there, so I'm not going to worry about that. I can raise 1. So let's put this blue here for the copy, or the double, for corruption 4. He's got 0. It feels like a waste. We don't even have to use that. Let's put a power here, draw 1. So then we can do a raise. I think we're just going to raise one of these green gems. Like that. I don't have a source to put on it right now, but it's okay. Now we've got the blue and the green to get opportunities. Or I can just save these. Where am I at? 49. Let's go ahead and unseal, break this seal, copy the red source, and do this. So we can get influence 4. 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts us up to 53. He's going to make us burn. Oh, I've got nothing to cause me to draw. Oh, I'm going to draw at the end of my turn. I guess we're going to go ahead and pick up opportunities. So we're going to pay 2 blue, a wild, and these greens to ensure our victory. And that's everything I've got. So let's grab all of these. Put them in the discard pile. We draw 1 card. Folks, I think we got this one in the bag. But we will see. Not over till it's over. Would I get Covenant, Investment, draw 1 with the power, red gem, air, and speech. Yeah. Oh, I do have another one with the key. Look at that. Covenant. So then I'll be able to do the influence 4 on there too. So you will trigger Archive, which means we'll burn 3. 1, 2, 3. Not too bad. You will not keep Archive, and then it'll go to our turn. We will get 2 influence for the sources. And let's go ahead and finish them off. You'll get a blue and a red, which again isn't going to contribute to anything. So influence 5 for us, that takes us up to 60. But we're overachievers. We're going to get as much as we can. I'm going to play this, draw 1. So we can play speech, gain influence 6. So we do have another shield card played, so we get to draw 2 and influence 2. That takes us up to 68. And I can double my sources this turn. Let's go ahead and just show you what some cool combos might look like. Well, I say that, but I don't have any green to continue. Let's put a red up here. Oh yeah, so let's do this. So now my sources are double this turn. So I've still got this blue and now 2 more reds. This one gives me foresight 2 and draw 2. So this is what I grabbed. I do want this one now that I've got an influence 4, but I'm going to get rid of the blue because I got plenty of blue. Fill up my deck. And then I draw 2. I hope I get a green. Did not get a green. I did not get a green. Yeah. Just when I thought I can get that combo off. I did do a draw. Okay, so I still have a chance. So let's use the second red here for Salon, influence 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes me up to 73. Since I played a card with the draw keyword, I get manipulation 1 and influence 2. But nothing to let me draw. Because manipulation lets you take it from your discard and put it on top of your deck. So I can get the green, but I've got no way to draw it. I get 2 more influence. Is there nothing else? I need a green for this one. I need a green and some other color for this one, and I need influence 4 for that one. But I have influence 5, and influence 6, and influence 2. Oh, a key. There is a key out here. So I at least get the influence 4 by playing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. But all these blues. Oh, so now that I got that influence 4, I can draw 2. 1, 2. There we go. And now I can play this green with the draw 1, corruption 3, and influence 3. 1, 2, 3. 82 points. I don't think there's anything else I can trigger. I could seal a card. If I played 2 blues, but I didn't activate anything with blue. So, 82 points. Let's go ahead and clean up. I will get rid of everything but the 2. The double sources, or the double gems. The Aspirant will pick up Alchemy. The blue will cause me to lose 2. So down to 80 influence. And then the red will cause me to burn 3. Okay. Oh, wait, actually, I should have drawn up first. 4, 5, 6. And then burn 3, so that's 1. And I lose 2 more. 2, 3. Took me down to 78. He doesn't get to keep that card. We can't trigger his win condition. So that is Ausonia. So that was the solo play, and this Aspirant was a little easier to manipulate. Some of the other ones are a lot tougher, but you can see as it goes on, the amount of combos you can do. I was already starting to fill up my play area with different cards that trigger each other. And it's just, the artwork is just like gorgeous artwork. You know, everything from the borders to the icons used to the artwork itself. It's just really, really beautiful game. And it plays up to 4 players, so the corruption really becomes a big deal then, because whoever's in the lead, it's like corruption 4, corruption 5. It kind of knocks you back down. But you're also building your sources, so you have more energy each turn, you know, what you draw and what you already have. And then you can do bigger things. As you saw, I had a card that continued to give me sources off the bottom, power off the bottom of the deck. There are some cards that let you copy abilities in the offer row. There are, you know, multi-gems, right? So this one, for example, look at the top 3 cards of the favor deck, play one of them as if it was in your hand. Let's see what the top 3 cards would have been. Yeah, so I would have been here reading all of these. It says play it as if it was paid for. Ooh, swap target opponent's draw pile and discard pile. Manipulation 2, influence 4. So I probably go with this conjunction, draw 2, influence 2. The others, to an extent, require a trigger. See, 2 greens, put this card on top of the draw pile. So if I get 2 greens out on there on the play area, I can get conjunction back. So, pretty cool game. Really hard to get now. I know I went to their website. They don't have it available anymore. You may be able to get it secondhand. I sleeved it. I protected the cards. It feels great every time I play it. I do want to go back into the Remnants of War expansion and switch out some of the, I'll call them factions. I'm not sure what they're called. But there's a ton of other, I guess, little modules. You can get event cards. You can get relics. If you meet some really high level condition, you get a powerful card. So there's a lot to this game in these 3 little boxes. Actually, there's 4 boxes. The other one's in the storage cabinet. But that is Ausonia. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you can get your hands on it and give it a try. And this is an Emperor. This is Invulnerable Games. I'll see you next time.